Welcome back to the Astrology for Liberation podcast. I'm Elisa, your astrologer and guide on your path to freedom and peace. And the moon just entered Gemini on Tuesday at 10:40 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 6:40 p.m. Greenwich Meridian Time, and it lights up questions about all that's been sparking since Venus and Mars entered Aquarius over the weekend. You can witness the increase in Aquarian passions and actions. Uranus, Aquarius's ruler, governs the internet and other digital communications. And Uranus, currently in Taurus, has been bringing shifts to how resources are being used. Digital warfare is growing as hackers around the world disrupt Russia's digital infrastructure, while Russia continues its own digital attacks and campaign of disinformation. Uranus also represents dictators, but also reformers and revolutionaries, while the Sun in Pisces has been expanding the exaggerated prices of Neptune-ruled oil, which is a limited resource that's continued to be in use really only for the gain of a few who have created a large oil dependency. As the U.S. bans Russian oil to send a message to Europe where it's much more dependent on that oil, President Biden considers meeting with Saudi Arabia, another reckless autocracy that restricts almost all political rights and civil liberties, to possibly make a deal for more oil. It may appear that power over others is held by a few, but that's also an illusion. It's really you, the consumer, who has the real leverage. And you are the most important person. Every decision you make individually reflects our collective action that impacts the earth and the powers that control and gain from piping, toxic fuels, and more. There are already innovative solutions to opt out of oil dependency, and the air of Gemini and Aquarius asks if you want to be a part of new solutions. Gemini is influenced by Mercury, the communicator and messenger of movement. And Mercury is in its final hours of Aquarius, where it has been sharp and wise and insightful. Speak your truth as the moon in Gemini sextiles Chiron in Aries on Wednesday, and make important decisions that you want to think through critically, because you're likely to notice a lessening of decisiveness after Mercury enters Pisces on Wednesday at 5:32 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8:32 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 1:32 a.m. Greenwich Meridian Time. Mercury in Pisces turns thinking into more of an art form instead of a rational process. Until March 27th, Mercury in Pisces will expand and diffuse impressions and emotions as it picks up on the subtleties of life. Reality, though, will become increasingly subjective. Later Wednesday, the moon in talkative Gemini may say too much as it squares Jupiter in Pisces, And when the moon in Gemini creates the first quarter square with the sun in Pisces early Thursday at 2:45 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 10:45 a.m. Greenwich Meridian Time, there's even more incentive to make up the facts to get a desired result. The first quarter moon is an activating moon. It marks a turning point after the new moon, when you realize that you need to take a different approach to achieve the intentions that you set with the bountiful Pisces new moon just a week ago. Words can and will be used to manipulate responses and outcomes during this week leading to the Virgo full moon on March 18th. This isn't the only time this happens, of course, but with the mutable energy of the moon in Gemini stirring the emotional waters of Pisces, along with the fixed and detached energy of the passionate planets Venus and Mars in Aquarius, along with the authority of Saturn, there will be a lot of wobbly but determined directives. The busy moon in Gemini reflects the duality of the mind. The moon receives and reflects the light of the sun, just like your unconscious mind absorbs information and doesn't filter it. With the dreamy sun in Pisces reflecting the light of your unlimited consciousness that is connected with the unfiltered information of the moon and your unconscious, the outcome is uncertain. Fortunately, the moon in Pisces makes a trine, a flowing trine with the structure of Saturn and Aquarius just after the quarter moon, but then it squares the illusions of Neptune and Pisces. This is a confusing time. So stick with what feels real for you, as long as it's healthy and doesn't hurt anyone. Tune out the noise. Turn on soothing music and create something beautiful that will make a positive difference. This is the real power that you have. I'll be back as the moon enters Cancer on Thursday evening, Friday morning, and that's 11:24 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 2:24 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 7:24 p.m. Greenwich Meridian Time. No, that must be 7:24 a.m. Greenwich Meridian Time. Thank you so much for listening.